Yo, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I am going live for the second time today, only because from the information I told you all this morning on how you can automate your research process. And I almost forgot today is Money Mondays, Money Market Mondays, right? Now, I didn't go to InvestFest, right? But I did see everybody that did go to InvestFest, right? Earn Your Leisure, 19 Keys, the Queen of AI, Wall Street Trapper, right? Also saw a little GPT on the stage, a little robot talking, right? But today, from my research, I wanted to share this with y'all to kind of help you guys out on your financials journey also, because I remember when I needed some guidance and I needed some help and I didn't know who to talk to, I didn't know where to turn to, and I am not a financial advisor, so don't trust a random guy on YouTube, just like the minority mindset, but this information is valuable. So before I go into this too, because I always also hear a lot of people saying this, right? Or asking me this, but don't ask me like where the next crypto is going to be at, right? Or like what stock is going to go up, right? Understand, like, in this time right here, right now, August 10th, right? You have to focus on where the money's actually going, right? And I know for somebody that's like me, I think the stat was about like 52% of Americans don't even have like $1,000 inside their savings, right? So before, I want you to understand, you have to understand you got to build assets before chasing assets, right? And some of the things that we all know, we heard them before, Dave Ramsey, other people that are helping us out on YouTube, right? Have an emergency savings, right? 3 to 6 months of emergency savings, right? Control expensive debt, right? This could look like your car. This could look like your home, right? Do you need the newest iPhone out right now? Most of the time, especially when I used to coach a lot of people, they needed the new phone, but they couldn't really take care of their nutrition plan, right? So like people will like force themselves into debt. So just control that expensive debt as best as you can, right? And increase your earning power. Well, how do you increase your earning power, right? You do this by building valuable skills, right? So in the age of AI, right, where information is basically free now, like how do you differentiate yourself? Well, you have to learn high income skills, high valuable skills, communication, right? Providing a service for people, right? Build businesses, right? The one thing that every single business needs, right, is somebody in their community that knows how to use AI, knows how to build a website, knows how to build a social media marketing campaign, knows how to get more customers into the front door, right? Then invest, right, intelligently, right? So do that first before I start talking about any of this other stuff, right? Emergency savings, controlled expensive debt, build valuable skills, and build businesses that are around you that need AI right now, so that way they can adapt during these new times. Then you invest consistently and intelligently, right? Because it's too easy to look up what stock should I invest into for AI, right? So this other thing popped up too, right? And I wanted to make sure that we are all kind of on the same page with this, because a lot of people aren't, right? But these new AI models, you have ChatGPT, you have Claude, you have Gemini, you have DeepSeek. It doesn't matter, right? AI needs something called semiconductors, right? This is a basically a cord that every time when you talk to ChatGPT or any large language model, it's going to give you those answers super fast. Semiconductors need data centers. Data centers need networking. Networking needs electricity. Electricity needs cooling, right? Cooling needs grid monetization, right? Grid monetization needs cybersecurity. That's why I started doing cybersecurity, right? Because I need to build up a new skill for myself. And cybersecurity is going into robotics, right? Robotics is going into AI enabled businesses, right? So this is the opportunity chain for every single person, actually, right? Because now there has never been a time where we all have the availability to realize where the money's going, right? Don't worry about the next crypto or the next stock that's going to blow up. Understand like where the money's actually flowing and see how you can plant your feet and start learning a new skill, building these businesses, right? And understanding how you can operate in this new this new AI age, right? I already know, just from what I said, You guys can go to Gemini or even ChatGPT and type on in, right? Literally copy this video link, put it in Gemini. Based off of what he said, what stocks can I invest into? Right? The Gemini is so smart and so powerful from just the words that I'm saying and the title and the thumbnail and whatever, right? It's going to tell you, oh, based off of what he said, these are the semiconductor stocks that you should be investing into for the next 5 to 10 years, right? Because the data centers are going to need the networking, electricity. They're going to need electricians. We're going to need plumbers. We're going to need all this stuff, right? So for young adults like myself, 28 years young, if you're 18 or if you're 38, right? I'm always telling people like this is like the best time to build your wealth because it's never been easier to do it because guess what? AI can do 80% of it for you, right? And if you guys are listening to this and this is your first time listening to this, don't forget that I do have a AI money guide and look at my bio, and I actually have a AI toolkit. So if you're looking to know like how to use these prompts on how to make money, right? Right here, right now, so you can make your first $100 in this new AI age. It is in my bio. Go check it out, right? But those are just some of the things that I really just wanted to share because I think a lot of the other stuff is kind of like personal for me based off of the research that I'm asking for with AI. But yeah, you guys, this is just an amazing time because you can pivot better, right? Based off of what you're using your phone for, whether it's going to take away your time and energy or it's going to give you more time, it's going to give you more energy based off of what you're looking up, right? So for me, I just kind of wanted to be that guide. I'm pretty sure if you were watching the same people that I'm watching, the Wall Street Trapper, right? 19 Keys, Earn Your Leisure, the Queen of AI, and they're talking about where the money's going anyways, right? You're already in that circle, you're already in that loop. Pat yourself on the back. But if you're not, right? Hey, I'm just glad to be of value and of source to you guys, right? Because right now this is just all this is just my research agent that I get updates for every single Monday. So when I get these research updates every Monday, I'm coming out and I'm putting it all on YouTube to share with you guys because I'm just like, hey, if I can do this, you can too. So ask yourself this question, right? After this video, what are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do with your finances? What are you going to do with your research? What do you want to research? Right? What do you want to create? So that way you're pivoting yourself in the right direction going into the future, right? Jim Rohn has this one quote. He says, "Set the sail of your ship, right? Don't worry about what's happening left and right of you. As long as you understand that you're able to automate your research of things that are going to be important, like your income, like the economics, right? Like jobs, right? You're going to be in a good position." But that is all I wanted to share with you guys for this beautiful Monday night as we go into Truth Tuesday. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Salute.